A boy and a girl had known each other since childhood. They grew up in the same neighborhood, playing together, sharing little moments, and gradually becoming close friends. Over time, their friendship blossomed into something much deeper, an unspoken love. The boy admired the innocence in the girl's smile, while she found comfort and honesty in his words. Slowly, their hearts drew closer until they could no longer deny what they felt for each other. Their love was pure and selfless, free from show or greed. The boy dreamed of making her his bride one day, while the girl prayed every night that she could spend her life with him. They would talk for hours, sometimes about big dreams, sometimes about the smallest things, and yet those conversations became their greatest joys. Their bond grew so strong that neither could imagine life without the other. Time passed and their love became unbreakable. Eventually, their families agreed to their marriage. That news filled them both with indescribable happiness. The boy felt that his dream was finally coming true, and the girl's heart fluttered with the thought of starting a new life with the one she loved the most. Preparations for the wedding began, and the entire neighborhood buzzed with excitement. At last, the day of the wedding arrived. The air was filled with joy, music, and celebration. The boy, dressed as a groom, looked at the girl in her bridal attire and thought he had become the luckiest man alive. His heart swelled with pride and happiness. The girl, shy and radiant, sat quietly with her eyes lowered, hiding both love and nervousness within them. The marriage ceremony took place, and the two were declared husband and wife. But that very night, everything changed. The boy discovered a truth that shattered his heart. The girl was already pregnant. The moment he learned this, it felt as though the ground had been pulled from beneath his feet. His mind was flooded with questions, his heart torn apart. How could this happen? Who was responsible? Was everything they shared a lie? He looked at her with disbelief, hoping she would explain. The girl trembled, tears streaming down her face. She tried to speak, but her voice broke. At last, she whispered, "I was afraid. I couldn't tell you the truth." The boy's heart sank further. The love he had treasured, the trust he had held onto so strongly, now felt like glass, shattered into pieces. Love is built on trust, and without it everything crumbles. That night he could not sleep. He kept staring at the ceiling, torn between his love and his anger. He wanted to ask her 1,000 questions, but words failed him. His heart battled between two extremes, betrayal and love. The girl cried endlessly, regretting her decision to hide the truth. She wished she had confessed earlier, believing that maybe things could have turned out differently. But now everything seemed ruined. The next morning, the house was still filled with songs and laughter from wedding guests. But inside the newlyweds' hearts there was only silence and pain. On the outside they were husband and wife, on the inside a wall had been built between them. Days passed, yet the boy found no peace. He kept asking himself if love was so fragile that it could be destroyed by one truth. Or was it powerful enough to forgive and move forward? Every day he wrestled with the same thought. Could he still love her despite what had happened? The girl, on her part, begged for forgiveness. She told him again and again, "I didn't want to lose you. That's why I kept it from you." But her excuses only deepened his pain. The truth was too heavy, and it had shaken the very foundation of their relationship. Finally, after many restless nights, the boy made a decision. He turned to her and said, "Yes, you betrayed me. You broke my trust. But I also know this. I cannot live without you. Love itself is both the punishment and the cure. I cannot let you go." The girl's eyes filled with tears. She could not believe he was willing to accept her after such a painful revelation. But the boy continued, "We will leave the past where it belongs. From today, we will begin again." And so, despite the storm that had nearly destroyed them, they chose love once more. Their story became proof that love is not always easy. Love is not only about happiness, it is about sacrifice, patience, and forgiveness. Sometimes, love demands choices that seem impossible, yet the heart knows no other way. The boy saved their love from collapsing, and the girl learned the true meaning of valuing it. Their journey ahead was uncertain, full of challenges, but one truth remained clear: they could not live without each other. Thus, a story that began with betrayal ended with forgiveness. That is the essence of true love. It has the power to break, but also the power to heal, and when it is real, it can always begin again.